Dear One Plus God family, I pray that you had a great week so far, and I hope you have a moment to ponder with me on scripture here. I want to pause a little bit at Daniel, one of my faith heroes, and we read a couple of times that Daniel was someone who served God continually. In fact, he did it so faithfully that even the non-believers around him recognized that. And when it happens that Daniel is about to be thrown into the lion's den, the king says to Daniel in Daniel 6 verse 16, "May your God whom you serve continually." And then after Daniel had been thrown into the lion's den, he goes the next day and he says again to Daniel in verse 20, "Daniel, servant of the living God, as your God whom you serve continually." It seems to me that it is a great thing when we can be faithful and serve God continually. It is a fantastic thing if the people around us, especially also non-believers, start to recognize that you are serving God continually. With this whole coronavirus that so many of us have been going through difficult times, and some of us might feel like we're in the lion's den, it is definitely so that people are watching believers, you and I, a little bit closer, wondering how will we react in these times. It is an extremely special thing if a believer say things like, "Wow, you've always been a Christian, you've always been faithful. I've always noticed that you've been praying. You've always been so joyful. It looks like you always are someone with so much peace around you." It's wonderful if the people recognize this. Now we are in the lion's den. Please know that now is our time to shine. Now people are wondering, will the God whom we have served so faithfully, continually, found our joy in, found our peace and strength in, and they are wondering how will we get through this? Because when we get through this well, it will challenge them in their faith. It will encourage them to get connected to the God that you and I are in a relationship with. And so the king does not only recognizes that Daniel, he has a faith in the living God and that he's serving this God continually, he also wonders about this. Verse 16, "The God whom you serve continually, may he rescue this." The next morning when the king goes and looks at if Daniel is still okay, he says, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve continually been able to rescue you from the lions?" As non-believers especially, and other people looking at our lives, as we have served God continually and going through this whole ordeal with COVID-19, if they start to ask us this question, "How are you doing? Do you feel that your God is with you? Is your God rescuing you from this?" I pray that we will have the wisdom to answer carefully. Because rescuing for us as believers does not only mean that the virus has not infected us, that the virus has not caused us even to go to a hospital, and that the virus has not caused us even not to die. Rescue for us means that we can keep our joy in the midst of suffering, that we can stay peaceful even when we need to go to the hospital, and that even with our dying breath we continue to proclaim our faith in the living God, and that God can even raise us from the dead as we celebrated on Easter Day. Be carefully how you handle this time when you are in the lion's den. May this be a testimony to you that when people are asking you, the God whom you have served continually, was he able to rescue you? That we will, with great wisdom and perspective, be able to say, "Indeed, he rescued me. It is worth serving this God." Would you not also give your life to him, that even in the lion's den you can have peace and joy and faith and strength? Have a blessed day.